Hey adrenaline junkies, welcome to the ultimate speed showdown, where every second is a challenge, every move is life or death. Speed, cunning, and guts pushed to the absolute limit.
Stop moving! Stop moving!
On March 30th, 2023 at 9:54 a.m., Audrey Hale, a former Covenant School student, arrived at school with a heavy heart. Just minutes later, she admitted to a friend that the post was a suicide note, signaling an impending tragedy. At 10:11, Hale smashed the glass, carrying a carbine and handgun, stormed in, and shot a maintenance worker. Gunshots echoed, the fire alarm blared, and students and staff panicked, evacuating amid danger. Police arrived quickly after a tip from a friend and the school. While clearing the first floor, loud gunfire erupted from the second floor, escalating the situation to an extreme emergency.
Go. Move! Move! I'm with you. Go left. Keep pushing. Go. Shots fired, shots fired, shots fired, move. Right, right, right.
In just 2 minutes, 5 officers closed in on Hale. Gunfire erupted fiercely, instantly turning the tide of the shootout.
Move, move! Watch out, watch out. Move. Stop moving! Stop moving!
Hale was taken down on the spot, leaving behind devastating consequences. 6 dead, including 3 children. 152 rounds fired, 272 more in reserve, and a suicide note left for the parents. All of it driven by a twisted thirst to be remembered and become famous.
Hey, hold the air.
On September 14th, 2023 in Youngstown, Ohio, a man walked into the police station lobby with a calm expression, but no one expected that just seconds later, chaos would erupt. The man approached the police chief but was refused because he had no appointment. The conversation was normal until he mentioned a supernatural phenomenon and demanded an immediate meeting. The police had to ask him to leave. That's when everything started to explode.
Say it.
You have to leave now, sir.
Or what?
You have to leave now, sir.
Call someone right the fuck
I am
now.
not calling anyone.
Yeah,
you have to leave.
Why?
Leave.
Make me leave.
Leave.
Make me leave.
Make you leave?
Yeah. Make me leave.
Make sure this is on. You have to leave, sir.
Make me leave. Say that shit again.
You called me retarded.
Say that shit again.
You're mental.
You're fucking mental, bro. Yeah. Think I'm playing, bro? Huh? Ain't nobody fucking mental. Fucking call somebody so I can fucking talk to someone.
Get off me.
Say that shit again. Say that shit again.
A brawl broke out right in the lobby, where the man repeatedly attacked and challenged the police with vulgar language. Officers had to intervene forcefully to control the situation amid shouting and fierce punches. Sims was taken down, and despite being handcuffed, he continued to challenge officers while being escorted. He faces charges of armed robbery, assaulting police, and obstructing justice, awaiting trial on a $100,000 bail.
Watch. I'm gonna get audio.
What's your first name?
Fuck you. That's what it is. Yeah, grab my nuts. I'm calling the cops on that. It's not how you do this shit. Okay. You wanna suck my dick while you at it? Huh? You wanna look down there or something?
Are you on?
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah, stay on. You do first punch, fag. That's why I got you.
He came in wanting to speak to somebody over me.
Don't try
And then he starts talking about some kind of manifestation happening.
Exactly.
So I told him,
Exactly.
nobody's going to talk to you because you're acting like a mental.
No,
he got mad because I called him mental.
Exactly.
Is the determination of the force enough to prevent him from reoffending? Choose one if you agree it is. Choose two if you think it depends. Some offenders still reoffend despite strict enforcement. On March 18, 2023, in a Texas suburb, police were in pursuit of a white SUV. Everything suddenly went quiet until they approached the vehicle.
I don't move that truck! Get the fuck out the truck! Get the fuck off at this motherfucking truck! Get out the truck! Get the fuck out! Too far?
Police moved in, and the suspect refused to surrender. Then gunfire erupted. Horton fell behind the white SUV. He had been accused of assaulting and pointing a gun at his fiancée. But was that worth the cost of a life?
Get out the truck! Get the fuck out! Too far? Shots fired, 240, shots fired. Star 7 got a fire, 240.
On a sunny day, police stepped out of the car, and less than 10 seconds later, they had to draw their guns. Everything happened incredibly fast. A suspect holding a gun-like object turned and ran when ordered to stop. Without hesitation, police opened fire. He collapsed. Blood spread across the sidewalk, ending the chase in just seconds.
Hey, shots fired, shots fired.
Police kept their distance, called for backup, while securing the scene and searching for evidence. The gun thrown into the playground was recovered, but the second suspect fled, forcing forces to split up in pursuit.
I did.
A peaceful year-end day was suddenly shaken by a heart-pounding chase. Kayla Cervantes, a wanted fugitive, turned into a steel tornado, speeding wildly, running red lights, swerving into oncoming lanes, and wreaking havoc on the streets of Moore.
Come back northbound, Walker. Northbound. We're the KT's gas station parking lot now. Johnny is still in the parking lot. I agree.
back. Let's go.
What will happen when police decide to use the TVI technique to bring this escape to a halt? The high-speed chase ended in a flash with a precise pit maneuver. Kayla Cervantes' vehicle spun sideways, skidded, and flipped onto its side at the I-240 and May intersection, bringing the chaotic escape to an abrupt end. Police immediately subdued Kayla Cervantes, ending the wild escape. Medical checks confirmed she was arrested, facing multiple drug charges and serious outstanding warrants. The white truck revealed signs of an armed robbery, with a gun partially visible on the seat. Paquin showed up, walking a dog, boldly claimed the vehicle when questioned by the police, and calmly walked over to open the door. But just a few minutes later,
Hey, sir, how you doing? Is this your truck?
Yeah.
Do me a favor. Have a seat for me, okay? Hey, bud. Just have a seat for me real quick. Here, no, sir. I'm asking. Sir, stop.
the confrontation exploded violently. Paquin suddenly lunged at Officer Collier, grappling with him before pulling a gun and firing straight. Collier didn't hesitate for a second. He reacted in a flash and shot the suspect down. Police provided timely first aid, saving the life of Paquin, a wanted suspect for armed robbery and suspected murder. Though critically injured, he survived the danger. At the scene, multiple firearms, ammunition, and drugs were seized, uncovering a web of criminal activity.
Gloves on the pull him over on his leg? No. Wait, don't get on that bag out of my car. Please, he's behind you. Unlock it.
A wave of frantic 911 calls came in. A man waving a gun was walking through a church parking lot, spreading fear across an otherwise peaceful neighborhood. Two officers had just arrived and hadn't even stepped out of their vehicle when Weatherspoon appeared, gun in hand, eyes full of defiance.
He's got a gun! He's got a gun! Fucking! 31 Quebec, shots fired, shots fired! Down the fucking ground! Down the fucking ground! Keep your hands out!
No warning or chance to negotiate. Weatherspoon fired directly at the police car. Immediately, a gunfight erupted in the crowded neighborhood, threatening the lives of countless people. Within seconds, officers responded swiftly and took down the suspect on the spot. The gunfire ceased, the man lay motionless, gun still in hand.
31 Quebec, shots fired.
Despite immediate medical aid at the scene, Weatherspoon died on site. No officers were injured, but the confrontation came dangerously close to becoming a tragedy. One of the boldest carjackings ever to occur in Commerce City, Colorado, and it all began with just a few fateful seconds. A sudden cutoff. The SUV door swung open, and a cold-blooded man approached the truck. The terrified woman fled while he jumped into the driver's seat and stole the vehicle in the blink of an eye. He spun the wheel like a man losing control, speeding wildly down the empty highway. Police chased every meter. Police deployed spike strips, but he swerved wildly, nearly causing a disaster. The reckless man crashed into the median, kicking up thick dust with every insane swerve. At the snow-covered intersection, he suddenly ran a red light and crashed into a civilian car. In a flash, the door swung open and he bolted out, running through the freezing streets, desperate to escape both police and a harsh fate. He threw off his jacket and hid behind a building, trying to mislead the police. But the overhead camera captured every step clearly. Finally, an officer caught him at the right moment, tackled him, and handcuffed him in the bone-chilling cold. On June 1st, 2024, police chased Harrison, a parole violator with a violent record. Sitting in his car outside a Fairview townhouse, he stubbornly ignored 18 commands to raise his hands, his hand repeatedly brushing a suspicious pocket.
This is him, Burkhart.
Is this him?
Yeah. Put your hands up!
It's on the wheel!
Put your hands out the door!
Hands!
Show me your hands! This is him, Burkhart.
Is this him?
Yeah.
Put your hands,
Hands on the wheel!
put your hands out the
Hands on the wheel! Do it now!
on the wheel!
Unlock
The police raid plan hit an unexpected snag when Harrison pulled a gun, aiming it straight at them. In a tense moment, a burst of gunfire erupted.
Unlock the car. Put your hands up!
You're gonna
Get your hand out of your pocket!
hand
Get your hand out of your
You
pocket!
have a warrant. You're going to jail. Get out of the car now. Now. Do it now. You're going to know. You can call her when you get out. Get out. Get out of the car.
Hey, you got him. Cover him.
Bad crossfire. He's reaching the pocket. Out of your pocket.
Brizendine fired 10 shots, hitting 7, taking down Harrison on the spot. Searching the car, police seized a semi-automatic pistol, raising a big question. How did a house-arrested suspect get hold of such a dangerous weapon?
Put your hands up. Put your hands up.
Watch your crossfire. Watch your crossfire.
Put your hands up. Put your hands up.
I can't get in there. I got one hand, both hands, both hands, both hands. We're at 13.
On a drizzly Ohio highway, a white truck came under police and helicopter surveillance. Instead of stopping, the suspect sped off wildly, determined to escape at any cost. truck sped wildly through traffic, leaving a trail of blaring sirens behind. Police persisted, closing in relentlessly. The suspect swerved recklessly, showing no sign of stopping. The truck crashed into a barrier, its tire shredded, yet the driver stubbornly kept going, out of control. How much longer can this extreme recklessness last?
Hey guys, blocky.
The vehicle tried to speed up to avoid the spike strip, crashed onto the grassy shoulder, then lost control. Instantly, police executed a precise pit maneuver, spinning the suspect's car 360 degrees into the guardrail. In a matter of seconds, two suspects were caught in a tight perimeter with no escape route. Their reckless final decisions only led to failure and loss of freedom. On January 21st, 2023, the orange Mitsubishi Eclipse driver fled recklessly, weaving and speeding through heavy traffic, challenging the Arkansas police. The heart-pounding chase began from that moment.
Machete's north, south now. Orange Eclipse, no idea.
In the middle of the heart-pounding chase, the driver casually stuck his hand out the window, flashing his tattoo as a direct challenge to law enforcement. An act not only reckless, but also blatantly arrogant.
We are turning on 397.
Copy, you're turning on 397.
55 to 60 at the moment.
Here's if you copy the traffic threat.
Copy, I have any bigger units with me.
Negative, they're behind me.
You went for a bit.
Get out of the car! Get out of the car! Now!
The suspect recklessly turned onto SH 397, weaving dangerously through heavy traffic. The police acted swiftly, seized the moment, closed in, and executed a precise pit maneuver, spinning the suspect's vehicle sideways and completely cutting off all escape routes.
Get out of the car. Now.
The Harrison unit quickly arrived, coordinated to rescue the driver from the vehicle, and arrested him on the spot without the need for force. The driver now faces multiple charges after a reckless, dangerous chase through crowded streets. A peaceful afternoon turned chaotic with the sudden roar of an engine. A blue Hyundai Tucson shot past a police cruiser, a stolen vehicle, kicking off a high-stakes chase through crowded streets. Speeding over 100 miles per hour through heavy traffic, the suspect recklessly cut across Target, the roundabout, and the church, causing serious chaos on the ER-77 highway.
Go towards Target. Going for Target. Go to U-turn. Christian activity. Chicken King restaurant right now. We're in the parking lot, trying to say where he's gonna go. Chicken King restaurant. Wait for restaurant.
Cornered at Chicken King, police drew their guns ready to subdue. But the suspect recklessly hit the gas, broke through the barriers, and sped away through the crowded streets of Rock Hill. At the CVS parking lot, Unit 202's precise pit maneuver forced the car to spin out, ending the chase. One reckless suspect, one stolen vehicle, one town in chaos. But the officers never give up. The armed suspect raced through the streets, defying the law and risking public safety. Lakewood police immediately launched a full-force pursuit, determined not to let the suspect escape.
Oh, he went right through that intersection, almost hit those cars. Unbelievable, very close call.
The suspect disregarded danger, recklessly speeding from the suburbs onto the main road, nearly destroying multiple cars at the intersection. Despite crashing into parked vehicles and hitting a low wall, he stubbornly refused to stop.
Oh, he crashes right into a car there and into a wall. Here goes the suspect running. Eastbound on Linden, eastbound on Linden.
The suspect hurriedly threw off his shoes and ran, not only trying to escape the police, but also seeming to flee from the harsh truth about himself.
Turn on Linden and crashed his car. Now he's in a foot chase, and then you see the officers trying to knock him down. There's a deputy, and then you see the officers trying to knock him down. There's the deputies, I should say. He clipped him there, but he's continuing to run. Armed and dangerous suspect. This pursuit started about a minute ago, or 2 minutes ago, I should say, and now he's continuing to run here on Linden eastbound. They're going to try to make a tackle on the suspect. They're trying to cut him off with the vehicle's deputies right behind him. The suspect running hard here on Linden, going away from the major street. I'll try to get that for you in a second, but here he goes, turning the corner, and the deputy's right there in trail, but they got an airship overhead that's keeping track of that suspect as he continues to run from officers. They're trying to get units up ahead. He's giving up right there. He couldn't take it any longer.
He collapsed beside the red pickup truck, and police closed in just in time. The chase turned into a tense struggle. The suspect quickly lost ground and was handcuffed tightly, unable to resist.
You know, I kind of stayed on the car there for a little bit as the guy jumped out and ran. I didn't see anybody else running it.
The Ford F-150 sped down the highway, ignoring blaring sirens. The police team pursued closely, an SUV closing in ready to strike back. The reckless driver swerved into the emergency lane, determined to escape at any cost. At that moment, a sudden, precise pit maneuver struck like a flash, causing the pickup truck to lose control completely. The vehicle spun around and then crashed onto the roadside grass.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Hey,
Police drew their guns to confront the suspect wielding a dangerous machete. Warning shots rang out, and the K9 charged in. After a less lethal shot, the suspect dropped the knife, lay face down on the grass, and was tightly handcuffed.
put your hands out to your side and do not move.
All right. All right, that's all. I got gloves on.
On the night of December 29, 2023, a white Dodge Magnum was spotted committing a violation. When police approached, the driver immediately accelerated, speeding through heavy traffic, kicking off a high-speed, dramatic chase. The suspect sped over 100 miles per hour, ran a red light on Highway 630. Despite police using interception tactics, the car kept accelerating and braking hard, endangering all nearby vehicles. Police made a sudden breakthrough, causing the suspect's vehicle to lose control and crash into a roadside tree. This decisive move ended the dangerous chase. Police arrested the passenger while the driver fled but was eventually captured. Ecstasy found in the car confirmed drug involvement, escalating the severity of the case. The driver now faces multiple charges. A complex case full of unanswered questions. On December 4th, 2025, Officer Means was in a parking lot when he received word that fellow officers were pursuing a dangerous suspect. Without hesitation, Means activated his siren and charged into the intense chase. As soon as they turned onto the street, the white Charger, missing its front bumper, sped past, leaving chaos in its wake. Officer Means hit the gas and stayed right behind. It was a breathless chase where a split-second delay could mean disaster. The suspect weaved into a crowded residential area at 75 miles per hour. Parole arrived just in time, joining Means to tighten the net. A suffocating pressure building up, waiting for the moment to explode. The white Dodge Charger lost control on Barak Street, crashing straight into a parked SUV. Debris scattered everywhere. Officer Means' patrol car windshield shattered. Chaos erupted on the spot.
Hands! Right now! On the ground! On the ground! Now!
The crash ended the chase. The suspect was taken into custody, handcuffed on the grass. Guns and drugs were seized from the vehicle, the inevitable outcome for the reckless.
Behind your back. That was pretty stupid.
An unexpected roadside encounter on May 19, 2016. Ohio State troopers ordered the driver to roll down the window. He cracked it slightly, then suddenly sped off onto the highway. A high-stakes, breathless pursuit began. The suspect recklessly sped ahead, defying all danger. Traffic on the highway grew heavier by the minute, but officers stayed on his tail, tightening the net with every turn. Police executed a brutal pit maneuver. The pickup spun out in the middle of the road and slammed into the grass near the fence. A cold-blooded takedown in the heart of speed and chaos. Police and K-9 units closed in. One officer climbed onto the hood, smashed the windshield. The suspect was dragged out of the vehicle amid the police and dogs' encirclement. He begged for mercy repeatedly, but it was already too late. On May 12, 2025, in Ruskin, police spotted a suspicious silver coupe and immediately launched a high-speed chase on Blue Ridge Highway. What made this pursuit so intense? The suspect sped through a busy intersection, forcing cars to swerve in panic. He recklessly drove into oncoming traffic lanes, cutting across a commercial parking lot, causing chaos everywhere.
A commercial parking lot, I think over to Santa Fe, onto 87th Street, and then it looks like we're going to go westbound on towards a very busy area, 87th Street over at 435. It's going to be just north of the Bannister-Cerner complex, and we're going to go through that intersection. I think that's Hillcrest, and as we continue, yeah, it looks like they almost did a pit maneuver on him there, at least an inadvertent one. And he's going to maneuver and continue westbound.
Kansas City police kept close, deploying stop sticks, but the suspect's vehicle kept going. Even with a flat front tire, he floored the gas, speeding onto Highway 435, endangering everyone.
Now we're in the traffic circle. I'm going to go up onto 435, so we're going to join up on the interstate here at 435 and 87th Street. Police, I think, may get a little bit more.
The suspect's tire blew out, thick smoke billowing around. The vehicle came to a sudden stop on the ramp to Highway 435 near Alden's. The suspects exited the car one by one. Although no injuries occurred, the presence of at least 3 people in the vehicle complicated the case. On January 3, 2024, police spotted a white Ford F-150 running a stop sign on a 2-lane country road. Sirens blared as the truck sped through an intersection. Officers immediately moved to block all escape routes.
DPS has eyes on it. May take the orange girls there just north of the intersection on 493. If I get an opportunity, I'll be using my vehicle tool to disable the vehicle.
Clear.
We're without running from reporting. Yeah, we're just now crossing brush line. Let's go crossing brush line.
Right here.
The police car charged aggressively, successfully performing a pit maneuver that forced the Ford F-150 to spin out and crash straight into a dust-filled thicket.
Captain Baker Road. All right, vehicles off the road, stand by. Still rolling eastbound in the brush.
Terrain.
Spotting male with a beard, black sweater.
The DPS aircraft immediately switched to thermal imaging, spotting the suspect fleeing through the darkness. The intense chase shows no sign of ending.
Cut left. Straight ahead of you, right there. That's your driver.
Police quickly subdued the suspects. 2 human traffickers smuggling illegal immigrants from Mexico were arrested, facing charges of smuggling and evading arrest, marking a significant breakthrough in the fight against crime. The police were in pursuit of a suspected stolen vehicle and attempted to stop it. The driver accelerated to speeds of up to 100 miles per hour, forcing the police to deploy spike strips as a preventive measure.
Spike set. Continuing past South Drive on 44. Not sure if he's going down yet.
17 clear, I'm just coming to you.
Second attempt failed. He's got a flat front. Pull your vehicle over! Continue 44 in the building.
44 in the building.
Front driver's flat.
Under pressure and danger, every second of the chase was filled with intense tension. The driver continued to drive despite having damaged tires, creating an extremely hazardous situation. However, the police quickly controlled the situation to protect the community.
Turning north on Wasadas Road.
North on Wasadas Road.
How many people do we have in pursuit?
As right now, it's like 2 getting Central, turn it east on Wilkins.
Clear east on Wilkins, 2026.
On paved road. No traffic, speed is about 60.
Clear 1600.
The chase ended in a serious accident, with the car losing control and crashing into a row of trees, ejecting the driver. This serves as a stark reminder of the price of disregarding the law and road safety. The driver, who had multiple warrants, expressed deep regret for his reckless actions.
I don't know. What's that? Is it? There you go. You're down in the ravine, trying to make contact. Central 36, you started EMS this way. You the only one in the vehicle?
Yeah.
Why are you running?
I don't know what he wants.
So? Central 36. Yeah, you able to you stay with him while I go grab my med bag?
On Interstate 10, Alabama police spotted a yellow Chevrolet Malibu speeding toward Florida. Immediately, a heart-pounding chase began as the driver recklessly weaved through traffic, ignoring all safety rules. At speeds exceeding 120 miles per hour, the car barreled into a construction zone, drawing shocked looks from workers and law enforcement. It nearly collided with the sheriff's vehicle, but the driver refused to slow down. With a bold pit maneuver at mile marker 11, the car crashed into the guardrail and came to a stop, ending the chase. The driver, Angelina Marie Stillwell, who had no driver's license, was arrested and faced multiple serious charges.
Stand by. Cat 1 radio on Flint River coming up to Sierra Boulevard.
I'm clear on 20 Terrace.
Hey, somebody call this for me.
We're going northbound on Theodore Road, past 3rd Street. Is that a 450?
I'm clear on 10.
I'm gonna try to pit again. Stand by right there. 60 miles per hour. Fayetteville Road.
The police were determined to chase down the Nissan as it recklessly sped through intersections and residential areas, each passing second, pushing the pursuit closer to the brink of danger.
Hi, unit, I'll be calling. Radio Ubi, 138 coming up on Government Yard.
Hi, units, I'll be calling. Radio Ubi, 138 coming up on Government Yard.
I'm clear on 138, Government.
Pete, roll over.
I'm
Good job, sir. Good job.
Let me see your hand, where you at?
Y'all got him?
Negative.
The chase ended when the car flipped over disastrously, and the suspect was swiftly captured. It was a fierce and relentless takedown, proving that running away is merely the shortest path to justice.
Give it to him. Hey, Rob.
The dark-colored passenger car became a dangerous target for the police, as the driver accelerated to 120 miles per hour on Interstate 55. The suspect drove dangerously, swerving onto the shoulder multiple times and maneuvering recklessly to evade pursuit. When confronted with a semi-truck blocking the way, he veered off the road and nearly lost control while merging onto Highway 158. Thanks to the persistence and skills of the police, the pit maneuver caused the suspect's car to lose control, ending the dangerous chase. Upon inspection, the police found marijuana, a gun, and a digital scale. The suspect admitted fleeing out of fear, but also found it thrilling. On Highway 530, the police spotted a black car with expired plates. As they approached, they noticed the smell of marijuana and several suspicious signs, prompting them to request fingerprints. Realizing he'd been discovered, Monroe suddenly dashed back to his car and sped off in an instant. Monroe kept making reckless maneuvers. Shortly after, he sped up to 140 miles per hour, weaving through other cars without using turn signals. The chase grew even more intense and dangerous. Monroe suddenly veered off the highway, forcing the police to brake hard to avoid a collision. With his fingerprints confirmed, he faces charges for driving with a suspended license, speeding, drug possession, reckless driving, and fleeing. On August 25, 2024, an officer noticed a vehicle with an illegally tinted front windshield and signaled for it to stop for inspection. Instead of complying, the driver chose to flee, accelerating to over 150 miles per hour and initiating a tense police pursuit. The breathtaking chase on northbound 175 saw the driver recklessly pushing all limits at breakneck speeds, swerving between lanes, running red lights, and endangering other vehicles and pedestrians, plunging the entire city of Atlanta into chaos.
I get a chance to move around. Speed's gonna be 134, still 75 north, passing CW Grant. Boulevard Street. Gonna be gone.
Eventually, the driver lost control, resulting in a crash on Memorial that left the car overturned. The panicked driver attempted to flee but was swiftly caught by the K9 unit, ending the tense pursuit. On January 29, 2024, the FBI's Get Rock Task Force in Little Rock, along with officers Grace and Prada, coordinated to pursue a suspect vehicle fleeing after causing a collision on I-630. And finally, the police stopped the vehicle as it turned west on East Daisy Bates Street. The driver was arrested with multiple charges, leaving significant consequences, including property damage and danger to the community.
Hands, motherfucker! I'll shoot your hands! 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 Get out! Get out! Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out! I don't know. Shut the fuck up. Hey, go on, go on. You got a gun on me. You got a gun on me. Who's got a gun? You got a gun on me. You got a gun on me. You got a gun on me.
On Florida's highway, police are pursuing a theft suspect at speeds reaching 136 miles per hour. Sirens blare, but the suspect recklessly weaves through other vehicles. Will the officers manage to stop him before the situation spirals out of control?
I think riding on the shoulder passing.
With high speeds and daring close-cut maneuvers, this driver is not only disregarding traffic laws, but also risking both their own life and the lives of those around them. This dangerous driving behavior is truly alarming.
Vehicles up on 118, right there, lane applied, smoking.
They're gonna bail, they're gonna bail. They're gonna bail. Put your fucking hands up! Put your fucking...
The police's decisive pit maneuver brought the high-speed chase to an end. Upon inspection, they discovered the suspect's blood alcohol level exceeded the legal limit, a hidden danger throughout the entire pursuit.
Step out! Step out! Your hands up! Step out! Step out! Step out! Go! Come here! Get the fuck out! Go! Get the fuck out! Hey, that's my brother. That's my brother. Let's go.
A tense chase began when driver Michael Roll caused an accident on Beauchene Road and fled from the police at speeds reaching nearly 100 miles per hour. Michael Roll was ultimately arrested after his car flipped and crashed into a fence. He faces charges of assault, hit and run, eluding police, and driving with a suspended license. Rather than stopping, the BMW accelerated, veering into the oncoming lane and surging to 110 miles per hour, setting off a tense, high-speed chase that pushed everything to the edge of peril.
I got a passenger. Stay right there. Stay right there. Don't fucking move. Don't fucking move. Stay right there. Run.
The BMW plowed into the bushes, escape route blocked. The driver surrendered, but the passenger still recklessly attempted to flee, only to be forced to submit to the unwavering resolve of the police.
Black male, about 6'2". I deserve it, bro. I deserve it. You know what? I ain't had no business fucking drive with no fucking lights, bro. That's exactly what I ain't got shit, bro. I ain't got shit, dog. Raise your feet.